crowned as queen of heaven and earth. Now, this crowning has a very specific thing. It means that she rules.
No, she doesn't rule, except for the Catholic pagan religion, because what they did was they took Mary, who was just a vessel that God used. Again, they try to say she's sinless, she's the queen of heaven. No, God saw favor with her. That's it, okay? God saw favor with her. He used her to bring Jesus in, the true king, okay? End of story. They have twisted so much around it, but it goes back to, see, what kills me about this is that there's never been any Christian denomination or anybody, not that I have found, because I've looked, that is saying the truth about Revelation 12, although they're not letting any of my videos get seen. Like, I mean, literally none. Like, I have 0 views on everything because of this. Because, well, these people know their time's running short. Look, Mari, okay, this one I've done several videos about. I mean, obviously nobody on TikTok will see it, but maybe on Rumble or YouTube, who knows. But Mari is the beast. I'm not saying Blessed Mother is. All they did was they turned Mari into Blessed Mother. That's what they all worship. Yes, do they have people that have been led astray? Yes. But look, because the seat of Satan is the Vatican. But that ancient serpent that Mari rides on with the 7 heads, that's Sugar. That's who was tempting Eve. See, what's shocking to me is that when you, I couldn't let Revelations 12 go because for months I'm like, no, it's a pagan god. She's coming down on the moon. She's wrapped in the sun, the stars, and yet the Protestant church will say, no, the stars are representing the 12 tribes of Israel. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. And then, of course, the Catholic Church and Orthodox say that, no, it's Mary. No, it's not. It literally is. It is the chapter that takes you back to the beginning. But here's how great God is. God knew that because it was so hard to get the people to understand what the Holy Spirit truly is, that only the people that had the Holy Spirit within them would get to the truth, because they'd lean on the Spirit to find it. That's what you had to do. That's the whole reason he spoke in parables. That's why he told the disciples, before he was crucified, he said, "What? I know you don't understand a lot now, but you will," because he knew he was going to be putting his Holy Spirit in them, and that would guide them. And then that's why it says in the verses, then it will bring remembrance will come back to the things I've said, and you'll put it together because I'll be directing you from within. So that's what you would need. It doesn't matter how great of a scholar you are. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. But what shocks me is, I don't think the Catholic Church is, that's just a pagan. But all these other denominations, nobody ever looked into this, because it's literally God takes you back to the very beginning. The end takes you back to the beginning. Because the 2 beasts, right? The 2 beasts are Mari and Sugar, because Mari, she was here long before any other false gods. Mother Mary of Basque. Yeah, this whole, I read this. I don't have time. It's really long. I'm just going to give you some tidbits from it, and obviously this is all just not true, okay? But again, you see the moon and the sun, okay? So this is all where it began, okay? She there is no other god above her. She works with her cohort Sugar, who's the ancient dragon, and that's who she rides, and he's the 7-headed serpent. So this goes into this whole history about how what she goes on to say is that she is Mother Mary. She gave birth to Jesus. But it's all a lie, because it says at the beginning here, long ago in a rugged mountain area between what is now Spain and France, I was worshipped as Mari, also known as Mari of Basque. And then she also went by the Lady of Anboto and Lady of Muramenti. From the beginning, my mysteries were held sacred and passed from one elder to another without change. Basque was and is today a paradise. Its terrain of low mountains, dense forest, and heavy vegetation make it a safe haven from outsiders. Its small reserve of precious metals leaves the area less tempting of plunder from invaders. Basque was and is a land of uninterrupted tradition. It was a holy sanctuary of my worship being preserved, and as the oldest surviving people continuously inhabiting a particular location, it is easy to see its origins of my aspect as Mary. As Mary of Basque, I was celebrated as a trinity of earth, sky, and sea. I lived in a cave that reached deep down into Mother Earth. As a beautiful woman, I moved from mountain to another on the back of a fire-breathing dragon in the brilliance that was seen as the sun. The sea I created to hold the land and nurture the people as milk nurtures a child. The Basque people held in high esteem home and tribe and gave blessings to me for this abundance. Their clans lived in peace and helped one another to prosper in life through communal crops and work. Even in death, they were buried in tombs that reflect the lineage of their family clan. To this day, it is still of great importance to the people of Basque. Their home and lineage and their clans is posted on the names of their doorways. Through the centuries, there were many gods created by my people of Basque to be my consort. I'm jumping around because this is really long. In what is now considered the ancient Holy Lands, the city of Jerusalem and the country of Israel, I was worshipped as part of a pagan life. It was a city long before the Jews fled their enslavement from Egypt, and King David was only one of many kings to fight for the rule of Jerusalem. It is in the lineage of King David that Christianity of today begins, and in that same story, my people held tightly to their goddess. With the Jews came God Yahweh. Yahweh was held as the one true God, and to worship the old ways was to deny Yahweh. Once again, my people could only hold me in their hearts and worship me in private homes, and live I did, for within the Jewish people themselves were the classes of the haves and have-nots. The noblemen held tight to the beliefs of and teachings of Yahweh, and only married and mingled among themselves. The lower class Jews became entwined with the pagans of the land in their daily life of survival. King Solomon, and then she goes into King Solomon, how he embraced femininity. So this is just because she literally then goes on to say that she is the mother of Jesus, which obviously not true. Again, I would survive the suppression of one king after another as my people named their many daughters Mary in my reflection. It would be so for 100 of years until the great empire of Rome would rule the Holy Lands. The empire of Rome was unstoppable. What are now 30 countries was then the empire of Rome. Jerusalem would be no different. Under the Romans, the Jews were allowed their worship of Yahweh, and a second temple of Jerusalem was built. Again, the line between the nobles and the peasants clearly defined, and the temple itself a pivotal point of controlling both. The priests still preached of Yahweh as they lined their pockets and the pockets of Rome throughout the heavy taxation of my people. It is during this time I, Mary, Mother of God, was dedicated to the Temple of Jerusalem at 3 years age. Yeah, it says she traced back to King David, all this. The Christian religion tells of my immaculate conception. Other myths tell of my love of a young Roman soldier. Yeah, it goes on. Talk about a totally involved history here. My son Jesus stood at my side along with... So look, this is how wicked it is, okay? This, again, she goes back. So in order to understand the whole story, you had to understand Revelations 12 because it's talking about her. There were no other pagan gods yet. She was the first. She rules over all the other ones. She's like Mother Earth. So when God was trying to tell the people, where is the church? Where are all of you churches that you should have been looking into this? So that you would realize Revelations 12 brings you back, because she is the beast. that rides on the second beast, which is the dragon, that ancient serpent.